Well, I'm going to actually take you on a tour and get you to see what we are seeing at this point in time. Remember, we're in the International Media Center. This is about 30,000 square meters of space that has been created specifically for the purposes of the domestic and the international media to cover the G20. It's a large area, so I'm going to get my video journalists to walk around with me and get you to experience what we are seeing. Just a short while ago, the inaugural press conference where the G20 Sherpa Amitabh Kant, along with the Foreign Secretary and of course the G20 coordinator Harshvardhan Shringla and the Economic Affairs Secretary did present India's point of view as far as the G20 is concerned. Remember, our presidency comes to an end with this ministerial and we will be handing over the presidency to Brazil. In the words of the G20 Sherpa Amitabh Kant, he believes that India will make a big impact with the narrative that it's been able to create. Those are his words. When asked about issues around China and Russia, and specifically about China not being present here, President Xi Jinping has decided not to be here at the G20 summit. The word from the Indian government, from the G20 Sherpa, was clear that, look, we've tried our best to work with every country possible to arrive at consensus and we've done what we can. So they didn't specifically address the issue of Xi Jinping's absence here for the G20 summit. On the issue of Russia and Ukraine, once again, both the Foreign Secretary as well as the G20 Sherpa making it clear that Russia and Ukraine were discussed in the context of fuel, food and economic security. When asked specifically on whether there is going to be a joint declaration or not, and remember there have been question marks on that, didn't say very much, saying that, look, it is our job as Sherpas to present recommendations, and I'm given to understand that even this evening there is going to be another negotiation of G20 Sherpas at 5 p.m. this evening, and it really is down to the wire, just like it was in Bali as well. So the expectation or the hope certainly is that there will be consensus and there will be a joint communique, but at this point in time there is a question mark on that issue. What is the big focus that India is showcasing here, at least as far as the ministerial is concerned? If you take a look at the pavilions that have been set up at the Bharat Mandapam, very, very clearly the digital story of India being showcased here. The G20 ministers are going to, heads of state will get to experience the UPI journey. There is an RBI pavilion here as well at the G20, and that really is going to be, I would say, the highlight of the G20 story of India's presidency that will be presented to the world, what we've been able to do as far as digital public infrastructure is concerned. In fact, the World Bank also putting out a report which essentially highlights the leaps present that India has been able to do as far as financial inclusion is concerned on the back of Jan Dhan Aadhaar and the Mobile Trinity or the JAM Trinity, and of course then with the advent of things like UPI. It is going to be a packed day and a half. Remember, the ministerial will kick off in the morning. Going to see right here on these large screens behind us arrival visuals of the leaders who've already arrived. We've got several heads of state who've already arrived, landed in the capital, and of course in a short while from now we will see President Biden, etc., also coming in to India. There was of course a question mark on President Biden's arrival, considering the fact that the First Lady got COVID just before they had to depart, but President Biden will be arriving in India in a short while from now. So that really sums up the mood here at the Bharat Mandapam.